Okay, before we start, recap again. I'm going to show you the one meter by 1 meter square. What is the area for this square? Length and breadth, what do you have? 1, yes, thank you. What are the units? Huh? What are the units? When you take 1 meter times 1 meter, what do you get? Yes, square meter, 1 square meter. Now I'm going to copy this exact same square. Same square. Oops. I'm going to paste it over here. Do you see that they are exactly the same? Exactly the same, huh? Instead of 1 meter, let's call it 100 centimeters because they're the same thing, isn't it? 1 meter is 100 centimeters. So same thing on the other side, 100 cm. What is now the area for this square? 100,000 or 100? 10,000? Okay, we get it from 100 times 100. We get 100 square, which is 10,000 square centimeters. Okay, this is how we always remind ourselves that 1 square meter is the same as 10,000 square centimeter. This is the conversion for area. And this is very different from what we have learned in primary school. 1 meter equals to 100 cm. They are very different. Because when it comes to area, when you square the meter, you have to square the cm. In addition, you have to square the 100 as well. There's a square here. There's a square here. We have to square that original 100 to become 10,000. I do not ever want to see any of my students write this. 1 square meter equals to 100 square centimeters. I do not want to see this ever in my class. Okay? The fact that I said it so many times already, I repeated it so many times, it means that it is a very common mistake. Why do students make this mistake? The reason is because they learn very well in primary school, red color, 1 meter equals 100 cm. And then when they come to secondary school, they think that 1 square meter logically should be 100 square centimeters, but it is wrong. In fact, it should be 100 times 100 to get 10,000 square. To get 10,000 square centimeters. Okay, so now we go back to part A, where we have to convert 5 square meters to square centimeters. So this is how we start off. For part A, 1 square meter equals to 10,000 square centimeters. This is how you start off. Okay, so check our work. Did you start off like this? If you did not, please write this down now. 1 square meter equals to 10,000 square centimeters. Okay, I just mentioned it like a few minutes ago, but ask yourself, why 10,000? Okay, good. Some of you have clearly learned it. This is from 100 times 100. Okay, now next it says 5 square meters. So how many square centimeters will this be? 50. Okay, how do you get 50,000? How do you go from 1 to 5? 5 times 100 square. Okay, correct. And now answer this question. How do you go from 1 to 5? Times 5, right? So you times 5 on this side, you likewise times 5 on this side. So this is how you get the answer. Alternatively, like what I like to do, and I've shown you this many times. Divide times. Shown you this many times. So we can still use this over here. 10,000 over 1 times 5 to give us 50,000 square centimeters. Okay, and this is what I prefer. Because not all the time it will be 1 square meter equal 10,000 square centimeters. Sometimes it is other units given to you. So as long as you follow this format, divide times, you will be okay. So this was the homework from the textbook. Now we move on to the workbook. Anybody needs more time on this? Okay, workbook, we had a few questions. First, question 4. Question 4, a carpet is designed to look like a shape of a quarter of a circle. Quarter means 1/4. So you divide by 4. When it is viewed from the top, radius 50 cm as shown, find the area and perimeter of the carpet. So how do we find the area, the shaded region over here? This shaded region is related to the area of the complete circle. Okay, let me just draw in a complete circle for you. You do not have to do this, but just for understanding. If I complete a circle, it should look like this. Okay, and I want that shaded area only. I will require my area of the complete circle, which we can easily find. There are 2 formulas that we have learned for circle. I'm going to put them on the board. You try and remember which is for which. Which one our 2 pi r? 2 pi r, which is the same as pi d. They are the same. Versus pi r squared. Which one is for area, which is for circumference? Okay, which one is for area? How to remember which one is for area? Because of the square. And now you can hear your friends saying that because of the square, this is for area. Why? Because you have square centimeters, square meters, square millimeters, so on and so forth. All these are units for area. By that, everybody say it. So do the rest really know? Or will you think that this is for the area? Or you don't care? I hope that's not the case. So if that is for area, this must be for perimeter. The perimeter of a circle has a special name. It is called circumference. Okay, that was our recap. Now back to this. Area of the circle will be pi r squared. Radius is 50. Now what do we do with that value if I only want 1/4 of it? I only want 1/4 of it. So what if I get a full area of pi r squared? Divide by 4. Yes, or we just multiply by 1/4. They are the same thing. Multiplying by 1/4, dividing by 4 is the same. It's like a pizza, you know. Pizza, I just want 1/4 of it. So whatever area there is, just divide it by 4. You get the answer. That is for the area. So area is 1/4 times pi, radius 50. 1/4 pi r squared. Take note that this 1/4 pi r squared is the same as pi r squared divided by 4. They're the same thing. So let's use our calculator to find our value. Round this off, 1960 square centimeters. 3 SF. Okay, so area is actually the easier one. Now we go on to perimeter. In your book, using your pen, pencil, highlighter, whatever, outline perimeter. Do it now. Outline. Very simple instruction. Can you do it correctly? My outline looks like this. One curve, straight line, straight line. Okay? Do it now if you haven't done it properly. This is the outline, the yellow color one. I emphasize a lot on you outlining it because you need to see for yourself what you need to add. So now we see that there is a curve and two straight lines. Which one do you already know? Hey, you know the straight line, right? How much is the straight line? 50 cm. How about the other one? Also 50 cm, because they are radius. Radius is fixed for a circle. Now we only left with the curve. How to find this curve? That curve over there belongs to a part of a circle. The entire circumference, okay, the entire perimeter is called a circumference. We got a formula already. So if I can find the entire circumference, I only need 1/4 of it. Just divide by 4. So here we have perimeter equals to 1/4 of 2 pi r plus 50 plus 50. Here I have combined a few steps into one. Please don't go away thinking that, oh, this is so difficult, I can never write this. I cannot do it, I don't understand. Don't think that way. You can do it. What do we have? This is 1/4 of circle. This is circumference. Circumference will be for the whole circle already. So we are taking the entire circumference, whole circle, divided by 4. And this will be radius, the straight line, and another radius. All these will give us a total of 178.539. Okay, show of hands who got this correct by yourself. 179. How many? Okay, good job. Thank you. Put your hands down. Okay, so we'll give you some time to copy this down. 1789. Let me see. Oh, you accidentally put 178 instead of 179. Must be 3 SF, huh? Anybody need small time? No. Okay. Next and last homework question. 0.3 square meters to square centimeters. What for? 3 SF. Point. Then round up to 3 SF, you get 179. Okay, now part B. This is how you start off. 1 square meter. Okay, let me do a quick check. Who doesn't know its conversion to square centimeters? If you don't know, raise your hand. I will not call you. Who doesn't know the conversion from 1 square meter to square centimeter? If you don't know, raise your hand. I will not call you. Okay, any more? So the rest know. The rest know. Confirm, don't know. Okay, Chloe, how much is this in square centimeter? What? Oh, you raised your hand. Oh, I didn't see. Xavier, how much is this square centimeter? Hey, did you raise your hand, Xavier? Xavier, did you raise your hand? I didn't. So you don't lah. Okay, what is the answer? No, I don't know. They didn't raise your hand. So help me out. What does 1 square meter mean? Okay, Javier. I've got a square over here. The rest keep quiet. Javier, I've got a square over here. The length is 1 meter by 1 meter. Okay? What is the area of this square? Okay, Javier, how do we find the area of a square? How do you find the area of a square? Length times breadth. Okay, correct. So what is the length times breadth over here? Okay, what is the answer? 1 times 1? You say 1. Okay, what are the units? What are the units? Huh? 1 meter? Oh, square meters. Okay. Javier. Same square. Same square. Huh? What is the length? Same square. What is the length? What did he say? Huh? Hello, same square. What 1,000? Same square. What is the length? Oh, 100 cm. I was expecting you to say 1 meter, but okay, 100 cm. So this will also be 100 cm. JV, same question. What is the formula for area of a square? Correct, length times breadth. So what is the area for this second square? Oh, you said 100 times 100. Okay, 100 times 100 is called 100 square, isn't it? Oh, 100 square, which is the same as 100 times 100. Can you use your calculator to tell me the value? $10,000 units. Cm square, okay. Javier, do both of these squares have the same area? What is the area for the first square? What is the area for the first square? Louder, come on. 1 square meter. Hey, JB, I'm sure you can talk louder than that. Huh? Okay, what is the area for the second square? 10,000 square centimeters. Do they have the same area? So what does that tell you about 1 square meter and 10,000 square centimeters? Are they the same? Yes, they are the same. So now, can you answer what goes into this blank? Javier, what goes into the blank? What is 1 square meter equal to in square centimeters? He said 10,000 square centimeters, and yes, you are correct. I said wrong. What did he say? 10,000. 10,000 square centimeters. Now, whole class. Anybody doesn't know why 1 square meter equals to 10,000 square centimeters? Who still don't know? Raise your hand. I won't call you. Who still don't know why? Raise your hand. I won't call you. All know already? You don't know why 1 square meter equals 10,000 square centimeters? You don't know. Okay, I will say it again. But please note that we are wasting many people's time, because they already know. No? Okay. 1 meter by 1 meter. No need to copy. I don't want you to copy. Tell me the area for this square. Tell me the area for this square. 1 meter. Confirm? How do we find area for square? What is the length? What is the breadth? Sherry, keep an iPad. 1 times 1. What about the units? For the area? You take 1 meter times 1 meter, right? For area. So meter times meter gives you? Come on, quick, m times m. What is that? Equals to? No. M times m is not 2m. X times x. Okay, try this. X times x. X square. So square meters. I'm going to draw the same square. What is the length? Same square. What is the length? 100 what? 100 meters. So these two squares same. What is the breadth? 100 cm. What is the area? What is the area? What is the length and what is the breadth? How do you get 10,000? 100 cm times 100 cm. You get 10,000. And what are units? Are these two squares the same? Are these two squares the same? Do they have the same area? So what is the area for the left square? 1 square meter. What is the area for the square on the right? 10,000 square centimeters. Are they the same? Are they the same? Yes, they are the same. So what is the conversion from square meter to square cm? 1 square meter equals to, okay, how many square cm? 10,000. Now, is there anybody in class who still doesn't understand why it is as such? Anybody? Anybody doesn't understand why? All okay, huh? Okay, now 0.3 square meters. Change it to square centimeters. Do your division and your multiplication. So 10,000 divided by 1. Times 0.3. We get, yes, 3,000. 3,000 square centimeters. Okay. Now we skipped one question that was in part A. Now that we can do from square meter to square centimeter, what about the other way around? From, okay, let's try. I'm going to show you how to do it. The rest will be your homework. Okay, wait. Square centimeters to square meter. What is 1 square meter in square centimeters again? What is the conversion? Anybody doesn't know? Raise up your hand. I will not call you. Anybody doesn't know the answer to this blank? If you don't know, raise up your hand. I will not call you. All okay? Huh? Oh, you know, some people may not notice it. Okay, let's try. Nasreen, what do you think is the answer? What do you say? Very good. 10,000. We need this conversion to help us with part A. Watch how I'm going to do it. Because the question wants 42,000 square centimeters, I'm going to rewrite this to become 10,000 square centimeters equals to 1 meter, 1 square meter. It's the same, isn't it? Left and right, right and left. They're the same thing. But I'm going to put 42,000 square centimeters at the bottom. Oh, how do you get it so quickly? So once you have this structure, draw your arrows. Divide, multiply. So 1 over 10,000 times 42,000. Use your calculator, you will get 4.2 square meters. Okay? Or you don't need to use your calculator, you can use the mental sums for this as well. Any questions? So you should be able to do part C. And question 2, question 3. Okay, let's do these 3 questions as our homework. Now, part C, page 67. Question 2 and question 3 on page 68. Okay, now, one thing I didn't teach you, how do you convert from square mm to square cm? Same method. Go and draw square, 1 cm versus how many mm? How many mm? Go ahead, do. So ask that.